Hi everyone, welcome to Email Picks. Today I'm bringing you this video from a slightly different setting from before. I can't tell you where this is yet, but I hope you like it. Anyway, in a previous video, I showed you how to point out your colleague's error by email. But this time, I was pointed out an error by a colleague. So this time, I'm the guy who's saying, I'm sorry. Well, what happened was, I was revising our sales brochure, adding new information on new products and updating the design, and so on. And I was responsible for the final quality assurance of that brochure. So I had gone through the brochure a few times to check for any mistakes, and then I submitted it to the sales department. But I guess I had overlooked one big typo. In one of the sentences in the brochure, our company name, Bizmates, had an extra S in it, and it had become Bizmates. A colleague in another department pointed out the mistake and let me know. By that time, we had printed out over 100 copies of that brochure with the typo. So I quickly went to the sales department and my boss, and I apologized, and I quickly fixed the mistake. Also, I have already talked to the colleague who pointed out the mistake for me and thanked her directly. But I still need to email everyone involved to apologize for my mistake. That's what I'm writing today. So in this email, I want to communicate how sorry I feel in a very direct manner without giving any excuses. And the most important point to communicate is how I am going to not make the same error again. So here goes. Dear colleagues, I am so sorry for failing to deliver a proper final draft of our sales brochure. If it hadn't been for Akagi-san, I wouldn't have noticed the error myself. In light of this incident, we have revised the product development team's proofreading procedure. It will not happen again. Thank you for being patient with this matter. Best, Kyota. Okay. So what I did first was apologize. I'm not giving any excuses because there are no excuses. I made a mistake and that's all I can say. But I also mentioned Akagi-san who pointed out the typo. It's thanks to her that the damage was minimal. At the end, I wrote, "It will not happen again," which is a standard thing to say in this kind of email. But I also wrote how it will not happen again. I've already talked to my boss about how to prevent this error and made some changes in the proofreading procedure. I did this because if I were my colleagues, I think it would be more assuring if I could know that there is a real action taken, instead of knowing that there is just another person who is just trying to be more careful. So there you go, an email to apologize to my colleagues. I think this message is also a message to myself. By writing this email, I will be more careful because I never want to write this kind of email again. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching, and if you liked what you saw, please check out my previous videos.
That's right, and don't forget to give our videos some likes and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
And check out some of our other videos like Justin's Bizmates for Beginners and my words and phrases.
Alright, so thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.